So I wanted to do this video to talk about Martell's post life after divorce because a lot of times we look at Melody and her glow up, but have you noticed that Martell kind of glowed down since leaving his wife? Actually Melody left him, but see what happens, the consequences of your actions. You see how he leveled down to the ground after he left. He found his wife a good thing. Now look at him. I just couldn't believe how some of these things that I was researching and find out actually really do apply to Martell. And I'm pretty sure for all you women that, been with a man, husband and wife, or long-term relationship, and then you see your ex and you're just like, oh my gosh, he's way level down. And now you see why. Like the Bible is always correct. I notice like everything can always be backed up by facts. The man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So this is what happened when you leave your good thing. So first off, Martell and his weight. Literally, remember how he just said on one of the episodes, he was like, my body's not ready, my body's not in shape. See, but that's what a woman brings.
On participate because I don't look
His body ain't right.
because right now I'm a
So he
five.
say.
So like right now, I'm still on the fence about modeling for Courtney and Stormy because I don't think this dad bod ready.
It says here that due to poor eating habits, divorced men are more likely to experience extreme changes in their health and weight. And it's just like, dang, I cannot believe this is actually backed up by science. See, he wasn't expecting that because when he was with Melody, he stayed in tip-top shape. And this article by modernfamilylaw.com said because men become accustomed to seeking advice from their wives when they are depressed. Usually women seek support from other sources, but when men no longer have their spouse to provide guidance and look out for their health, men tend to make poor decisions that are detrimental to their health. Cause what's her face ain't telling him what to do the right way, nor would he probably listen to her, you know what I mean? But I feel like really Arian Coleslaw, her, I feel like she was just there for the fame and notoriety. She really could be out there as a side chick for real to everyday guy, but I feel like a part of it is the fact that it was Martell. I really feel like she probably wouldn't do that usually, but I don't know, maybe. But a part of me is just like she was holding on, being all in the streets, tussling on the internet with Melody because it was Martell. So I know she ain't helping him out with his fitness or whatever, because she looked like she all surgeryed up. So it doesn't give me that she would actually pay attention to Martell's health or be on him regarding his health, because she's only there for like the surface reasons, the superficial reasons, not really holding him down like a wife would. And that's what he had in Melody. So that was the number one thing that I noticed. I was just like, oh wow, like this is really backed up how men be falling off. Okay. So the next thing that this article had posted about what happens to men post divorce that Martell is neck and neck with is that men jump into new relationships. And that's we already know how he went from Melody to Sheree in a short amount of time. And it always felt like weird. It was almost like this man cannot be alone, which I understand is not good for men to be alone. Again, the Bible. So it just makes perfect sense how he's just going to sit up there and go with Sheree out of nowhere instead of healing his heart. So I just feel like men, once they get that good thing and know the blessing that a woman brings day in and day out, they be trying to go out there and seek it and reduplicate it. But you know what? I'm not gonna say you can't, but I feel like it's on some until you do right by me type time. Until he actually heals his heart, works it out, get on like a nice co-parenting type of relationship with Melody, and release and take accountability. I don't know what's wrong with this man. He always be trying to blame Melody. And I'm not trying to say that Melody was the most innocent person, because truly none of us know. None of us was there day in and day out to see their relationship unfold. But it's just like, Martell, can you please stop this? Can you please stop trying to make Melody out to be the bad guy? Like, sure, she has her faults, but come on now. Can you just admit to yours for once? For once. So it wouldn't even be that bad if when he got into a new relationship, if he did that work first, if he wasn't leaving destruction in the path of everywhere he went. So it says men do not properly grieve after a divorce, and they frequently rush into a new relationship to suppress their emotions and failures. Ain't that something? See, I feel like a lot of times people kind of put that stigma on women, like, oh, she just can't be alone. Look here, a lot of times men get into relationships, or what's it called, rebound relationships, because they feel like a failure after a divorce, or even sometimes like a breakup or whatever, so they try to move on to the next person quickly. It says this habit often results in a troublesome, unhealthy relationships where their new partner is faced with a lot of the burdens and baggage carried over from the man's previous relationship, which is so true. Honestly, if I was any woman, I would not consider Martell as a viable candidate because he is so much stuck on his ex-wife. Still, even though they got a whole divorce, and I'm gonna say something about that. So somebody like that, I couldn't even date because I had to be the queen bee up in this piece, okay? So until you get that healed up and resolved, you don't need to talk to me. But Sheree is just a different story. They both was probably clout chasing off of each other when I really think about it. So this article continues and says, women, on the other hand, take time to grieve and examine their emotions. They also take time before entering a new relationship, which we do, which makes future relationships stronger. Yes, indeed. That's how we do. So those were the two things that I wanted to highlight just to show how men, be leveling down, even though it may seem like they moved on faster or more quicker than their previous, like sometimes women or whatever, because it does seem like that. A lot of times men move on quicker and they're in a newer relationship than the woman, but a lot of times that's just a mask, a cover up, something to distract them. And I also feel like being in a relationship felt like home for a lot of men. It provided them a lot of stability. I know the article also mentioned like a lot of men found their identity in being in a marriage. So once that's taken away from them, they just feel a little rocky, a little unstable. So, but I do want to explore this topic a little bit more, about like life after divorce, how men uh go through it differently than women, and just keeping an eye out on Martell because he's going to need it. Look at all this stuff he's going through, and he not properly processing it. And a part of me I hate to bring this up, but I'm gonna bring it up. A part of me feels like Martell's not taking accountability for his actions because of his mom. Like, I just sometimes it just comes to me how women can really be 10 toes down for their sons, and rightfully so, but it's just like, you, even if your son is doing something wrong, like, she really makes excuses for him. So I can totally understand why he won't take accountability for what he did to Melody. With a mom like that, I get it. Not trying to talk bad about her, but it's just like, to me, that's a red flag. If a mom is like that, oh, my baby, and my baby, that's a grown man, and what he did was very wrong. So let's hold him accountable. And I think that's where it starts too, because we kind of hold ourselves accountable because even when we did wrong as kids, our moms, dads took up for us, but then they made sure behind closed door they got us together. Like, don't you do that or whatever. So, well, who's to say maybe Martell's mom is getting him together behind closed doors? I don't know, but it don't quite seem like it. Anyway, let me know of any other ways that I missed of how Martell kind of, you know, and I don't like trying, it's not a revelation in his downfall or anything, but just you notice the difference is day and night. Okay, now he don't have to worry about being married. He can sit up there and do whatever his heart's desire. And I just wish he was using that same energy to do something productive. You are divorced. You're quote unquote free. But look at your ex-wife. She's up here doing her businesses, out there doing her singing career, making videos. Like, she's making moves. Martell, nothing stop. The thing about it is you're too focused on Melody, even though that's your ex-wife, that you let in your life pass you by. Trying to do some revenge, you know what? It's just why not cool. Anyway, like I said, drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know some other ways, even in your life, how you seen, like, after a breakup, maybe you glue up and then you just like, you see your ex and like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I was that good thing in your life. Anyway, I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Saint Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Saint Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent.